podcast, Being Real with Bethany, will kick off tomorrow. And this season, you will hear some familiar voices as we continue to celebrate the 70th anniversary of WSFA 12 News. We're joined now by WSFA 12 News anchor Bethany Davis to hear more. Bethany, tell us about this new season. What's the focus?
Well, this is a really special season because we are celebrating the 70th anniversary of WSFA 12 News. And so we decided to make this season of the podcast an extension of that celebration. And we will see a lot of familiar faces. So we sat down with a lot of people who have worked here in the past and a lot of people who are still working here right now. And then some people who were working here when we interviewed them and called it quits after we did the interview.
Yeah, some folks who have worked here a very long time. Your first episode features a familiar face here at WSFA 12 News, and we have a sneak peek. Take a look.
Davis, and this is Being Real.
Sponsored by Bryan Jewelry.
So many people would say, it must be so hard being a Christian in the newsroom. I said, no, it's really not. And I did say, we have a lot of believers at Channel 12 too, by the way. But he gives you the strength for where he's put you. So even if you felt like you were alone in what you stood for, or what you wanted to do at a time, even maybe butting up against a leader, which that happened at times, you had a sense of a calm confidence because of what you were standing for. So no, I never felt it was difficult. I just always pray that I can be his light in whatever environment I'm in, because as we know, the circumstances get really loud around you, and you can give all your attention to this, the horizontal, instead of your attention to his promises. He's going to fill you with strength. He's going to give you joy. He pours forgiveness on us every day. And if we give that more attention, we don't let all of this overwhelm us.
Kim Hendricks is such a source of wisdom and knowledge. I love that she said calm confidence. I think that's a great way to describe
even herself,
Kim. Yes,
right?
we were both so fortunate to work with her.
Yeah, so she worked here for about 20 years. Kim did. She's a longtime news anchor here, and it's actually been 15 years since she left. Just
Can't
to
believe
tell you
that.
how long we've been around. I know, right? But man, it was such a neat conversation to sit down with her. We actually started the conversation about the start of this particular show, Alabama Live. It was the two of us who started it together.
You and Kim. You were the producer.
Man,
Kim
yes.
was the anchor.
So, yeah, we shared some stories that a lot of people have never heard before about behind the scenes, what it took to pull this show together and what it took to pull it off in those early days when there were very few resources and few of us really pouring into it. But man, it was just such a great conversation too, of just reminding us why we all looked up to her. You know, she's such a great source of wisdom, but she had that Shine Your Light ministry for a long time. It was such a fitting name because she really did shine a light everywhere she went. She
out
had
in the community,
lighting up
here in the station as well. And I know that we both learned so much, and her touch is still on our newscast today because we both learned from her, and we continue to practice those lessons she taught us every day.
Just in our newsroom, I told her, I said, I realize now after talking with you, I've stolen a lot of your Kim-isms. There are a lot of things that you used to say on a regular basis that now I just kind of took on as my own. So she really does still have an impact. You know, we're great friends while we're working here. We don't get to see each other every day, but we've been able to keep in touch. And so that was a really cool conversation. But we sat down this season with a number of people who you don't see necessarily in front of the camera, but are probably more important than the ones you see in front of the camera.
Yeah, and Kim, I want to go back to her for a second. She had such an impact on this community. It's funny. I'll still go out today and people will say, "Are you Kim Hendricks?" And I take that as she's been gone 15 years, but it is a great compliment.
Yes, it is. And she said, people still stop her and ask, about her time at Channel 12, ask her, about her leaving. She did talk about the number of positions she's had since she left here, but how they all sort of circle back to what she was doing here and the lessons that she learned here, how she's taken them to each of their other positions.
When can we catch Being Real with Bethany?
So a new episode will drop every Wednesday. This one starting tomorrow through the end of the year. That makes that 11 episodes in total. This is the biggest season we've ever done. But it really wasn't even that difficult. When we were celebrating the 70th anniversary, people seemed to be coming out of the woodwork and say, hey, we want to be a part of this. It's such a special celebration. This is such a special place to work. So it really was fun to really kind of weed through the people and figure out who we wanted to sit down with the most.
I know it was tough weeding that down to just 11. We can't wait to watch it. Bethany, thanks so much.
Yeah,
Well,
thank you.
coming up.